To actually share a poem with everybody, if that's okay.
Is it ready?
Is that okay?
Is it ready?
I've been coming to new moons and full moon ceremonies for a while now, and I find this space to be very uplifting and enlightening and very profound for me. I'm here during a very difficult time, and basically I want to dedicate this to my dying brother William with love, for my family. And it's a poem that I wrote today called Pulse. I was by his bedside today. And it goes something like this. Wild child heart and flaming eyes, visionary Valentine, victorious vines. Wisdom father, deep psychic mother, embrace all life, love one another. Deep black holes within your galaxy, dance of spirits bless your sanity. Vision quest, dream time challenges perceptions, social conditioning exposes all deceptions. The year of the rat is now upon us. Break free from the dogmas that divide us. Media manipulation and bloody tyrants. Holy land apartheid, money buys silence. Microchip implants, a nation of debt slavery. Now is the time to display our own lucid bravery. The Godhead within us is making a call. Will we stand united or take a hard fall? Art ignites the passionate flame. Do you remember your original name? This body we occupy is temporary. The world around us is illusionary. Living in the now is a sacred presence. The passage of time reveals its lessons. Don't fear, my brother, your spirit's eternal. Healing hands upon you take flight internal. Our divine creator smiles upon your rainbow, vibrating luminosity, forever elations. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that artwork can definitely be a healing path. It has been for me. And I have to say that alcohol was something I had to give up myself because it led to self-destructive behavior for me as well. I nearly killed myself a couple times and decided, oh, maybe I ought to stop drinking. It wasn't that something bad happened to me every time I drank, but it was just when something bad happened to me, it's most likely that I was drunk. And so that's been a great boon for me. And the creative, the creative energy that we manifest and is, I think, inherently a healing energy. And it also aligns us with the greater creator. I think that the whole notion of creativity is aligned with spirituality because of this greater creative force that moves through the universe and that manifested the universe. So I think when any artist is working, they're in the flow with the universe, basically. And it's a way to tap into that. So that's an inherently healing flow, you know. And when musicians are in their flow, or painters are in their flow, there's creative and spiritual energies and healing energies kind of commingling. At the same time, I think that artists, you can't look at the arts as just a purely uplifting kind of thing. We can look at painters like Edvard Munch, who was an alcoholic, and he did some of his best work when he was drunk. You know, the Scream came about during this time of his alcoholism. We can look at all of the abstract expressionists, and they were all of them alcoholics, practically. Jackson Pollock was a kind of a violent drunk as well, and yet he's credited with a kind of a breakthrough for American abstraction and post-war art. So we can't make automatic assumptions about, well, if you have a creative path, then it's going to lead to your healing and, absence of self-destructive impulses and things. Because the creative impulse engages and digs down deep. If it's really going to mine the gold, then you have to dig down into your shadow as well as, make a bridge to the heavens. So I think of the arts as bridging heaven and hell, and being a healthy way of doing that. Any expression, even I guess a negative one, is a positive statement because it is a manifestation of creative energy into the world. I still believe that, even though in my own life I've chosen to make more positive statements. And that was definitely a choice on my part, because there is an ethical exchange that the artist has with their audience, I think. There's what kind of energy do you want to put out into the world and into the universe? Now, first of all, it's how do you interpret your life? How do you live with yourself in your own skin? Can you love yourself? Can you forgive yourself? Can you get comfortable in your own skin? Now, if you're able to heal your own self-hatred and self-destruction and choose to live and choose to be a creative and positive influence in life, then the artwork, I think, can embody those healing elements as well, and people are able to resonate with those energies. And that's what sacred art has always been about. My path, I think, is to find a kind of contemporary sacred art. And just an image of the Buddha or Jesus or any of these things is basically positing the possibility of humanity and divinity uniting. And so the sacred arts are something, they're really the first kind of sacred mirrors, because we see our own humanity and the possibility of our higher nature reflected in iconography. So we have a picture of health, we have a picture of a greater possibility. And so I think that's the highest function of art, is to draw us toward our own highest possibility. And that's a form of self-creation that is the opposite of self-destruction. If you're working with the creative drives, as we said, you're bridging a lot of consciousness from the subconscious and unconscious kind of realms, the dream realms and the scary realms, to the superconscious. And I think that's art, and creativity can become like an integral practice. You're dealing with your shadow elements, but you're bringing them out. You're not hiding them and repressing them and having them collapse in on you. And that's, when somebody is poisoning themselves with drugs or alcohol, it's because they're in a lot of pain. They're self-medicating, I usually think. And that's at least the way I looked at my own habits. And so you have to have compassion for that. And people are in a lot of pain. That's what Buddha said. That's the first noble truth. The first noble truth is life is suffering. And we always know that we're going to suffer, but we're alive. But what do you do with that? So I think that our creativity can be a path out of self-destruction, but it has to be intentional. There's positive elements to making art, but you have to direct them as well if you want it to be a spiritual path. I think that a couple of things. There was a psychologist, and I think his name was David Brown, who examined survivors of suicide, that people who had jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. And all of them who survived, because most people, you're hitting the water really fast and most people just die. But a handful of people live. And none of them tried to commit suicide again. And each of them felt like they were kind of saved for something, that they had a greater and higher purpose. And that when they were killing themselves, basically they were in a very dispirited sense, and what they were identified with was really dragging them down. So this psychiatrist came up with the term egocide. That's really what suicides are about. They're about killing off something that we're identified with. And we have to get beyond the limited identity that we have for ourselves. And there's a lot of different ways of doing that. A lot of people, by going to AA, are going to God. God is beyond their own self-restricted and constricted identity. It's one of the reasons that spirituality can set you free from your own self-imposed limits. I don't really think there's any way that a person can necessarily think their way out of it. They have to kind of surrender to a higher power and really find a means of contacting that higher power. So for me, I was a pretty desperate, existentialist, nihilist kind of punk, I guess, when I was 20, 21, and I was ready myself for a suicidal plunge. And as I was getting more and more desperate, I one day kind of was challenging to God, well, if you're out there, I really wish you'd show yourself, because I'm about ready to end my life. And so within about 24 hours, my art professor had given me some LSD. And I thought, what the hell, And as it happened, it was my first mystical experience. And I knew I was in the dark, I was in a dark place, but I was going toward the light. And I was in a tunnel going toward this light. It was so beautiful. It really helped me to see that there was a higher world, there was a spiritual world where I didn't really think there was any. There was something more. And I also met my wife on that journey. She's a sort of living embodiment of divine love, because that's really what the light was. It was a power of a kind of infinite love and forgiveness and healing. So, my wife and I continued to use LSD to examine ourselves, get into our own souls, and that has been a very healing kind of path. You know, we've found our own kind of spiritual essence and saw how it was bound together beyond the flesh, and it was a real gift. And I mean, so it's very peculiar. There are sacramental substances which can be abused, but they can also be used to gain insight. And this is the kind of very curious area when we come to substances. I mean, look, alcohol is also used as a sacrament, you know, in the church. We have tobacco, which to the Native Americans there's no more sacred kind of plant, but the way that it's been abused now is obviously filling people with cancer, and doesn't work. So there's ways of abusing, and there's ways of honoring the sacramental nature of substances. And I think that that's crucial. You know, when people start using sacraments in a casual way, without regard for their holy properties, and without acknowledging the spirits in contact with the substance, then you're going down a dangerous road. So that's working with substances consciously, you know. It kind of opposes the American, consumer, unconscious attitude toward our use of substances. We use substances to numb us from our pain and to help us to become less conscious. And that's the difference with psychedelics, is that they open our minds, they expand our consciousness, and give us insight if used properly in a sacramental setting. It gives us insight into the deepest parts of ourselves. I was looking at various artists, like Mark Rothko. He was a very spiritual artist, and he was an alcoholic, and he committed suicide. And in looking at his life, as I looked at numerous artists, and I say, here's such a spiritual artist, but the art did not save him. Why? Wasn't it redemptive enough that his path? Same with Van Gogh. Who was a more spiritual artist than Vincent, you know? And he really channeled the cosmic rhythms, but it didn't save him. He still killed himself. So the art was not really a healing spiritual path that left him enlightened and able to live more fully, you know? And so what was wrong there? So one of the aspects, I think, that was off was community. In the 3 pillars of Buddhism, or the Buddha, you know, the teacher, basically, the teaching, the Dharma, and the Sangha, which is the community. So you have a teacher, you have a teaching. Those are very important parts of the spiritual path, but then you have a spiritual community. And the spiritual community is just as important as those other things. And so, you know, most artists, they don't really have that so much. You know, artists by nature a lot very isolated and isolating and alienated. And it's partly where they get their perspective on the world which has to be a little distant, and it has to have its own kind of unique spin on things, in order to, gift us with something original. That we love artists for doing that. What goes on at the full moon ceremonies and the new moon ceremonies and the variety of community gatherings that we've been having here at the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors is we get to engage with each other. We get to share our problems, and we get to share the possibilities, and people feel like there's a forum where they can express themselves so they can be heard. Even weird and unpopular ideas, and just there's a freedom and a loving communion that is created by the gathering of like-minded individuals, and everybody is honoring to the other person's creative path, and it takes them in all kinds of different directions. We've heard from all kinds of people. Transsexual stands up, or transgendered person stands up and at the full moon says, I finally feel like, that I'm able to share who I really am, and we're all surprised, but at the same time really happy that this person feels at home here, and we all have a lot of different perspectives, and spiritually, sexually, racially, there's a welcoming atmosphere, and for the human experiment. This is an experimental, creative place, and I think that that's why, for me, the new wave in religion is how creativity and spirituality work together, and that's both a unique and personal path, how they work in your life, and how then you can connect with other people in that context.
So for you, an important ingredient is that communal, that sense of community, of belonging, of sharing.
Yeah. Well, like we can look at the photon in different ways. It changes with the way that we observe it. That's an interesting effect in physics. It can be seen as a particle, and it can be seen as a wave. And so we're the same way. As human beings, we think of ourselves mostly as isolated individuals. But this painting shows how beings are also a continuum. And so we're a wave that is going through our life. And we're in a same time zone and dimension with other beings. And by acknowledging that and trying to really connect with people, it takes us outside of our sense of isolation and alienation and all the things that we medicate ourselves to get over, or to numb ourselves from feeling. So if you create a community context where all feelings and all expressions are welcome and invited, then that, I think, can be a container that will serve people and hopefully help them from committing suicide or just feeling completely isolated.
Anything else?
He was an angel. Perfect. That's wonderful.
Seriously. Oh.
You were an angel.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you.